Hello and welcome to Cooking with Gourmet Gorman. So today I'm going to be cooking you a dish called Country Captain. This is an Anglo Indian curry made with leftover chicken, leftover roast chicken, ginger, garlic, tumeric, black pepper, very few ingredients. The good thing about it is that it's really easy to make, very little preparation, which is exactly what you want the day after you cook a roast dinner. You don't want to be spending hours cooking. As to why it's called Country Captain, there's a bit of mystery there, but a lot of people think the name comes from a 19th century Indian love poem written by an Indian woman to a captain in the British Army during the days of the Raj. They could well be right. I've got the poem here. It goes, country captain, it's your flavour that my dreams are wrapped in. With your onions, ginger and garlic sliced, with lovely potatoes cut into a dice. Fry with turmeric and pepper powder, and a bit of vinegar and yoghurt to make the flavour louder. Add the stock and leftover chicken, and simmer gently to let the sauce thicken. Oh country captain, my curry cook, it's not my heart, but my chilies you took. Anyway, enough of that rubbish, let's get on with the cooking. Okay, I've got all the ingredients here to make the Country Captain. As you can see, I've got leftover chicken, I've got some onions, I've got ginger, fresh garlic, some potatoes, and I've got turmeric, pepper powder, nice freshly ground black pepper, a bit of natural yoghurt, and some cider vinegar. And that's more or less it. Before I eat it, I might garnish it with some green coriander, maybe some red chilies. So it's time to start the preparation. But before we do, as I always say, it's important to have steady hands when you're preparing food. That's why I always recommend you invest in some of this hand steadying preparation liquid. That's really good. Don't know who made it actually. Some Spanish guy called Pinot Grigio. Don't know who he is, but it's damn good anyway. Okay, I've done all the preparation. As you can see, I've taken the chicken off the bone, chopped it up. I've got about 1½ of those big onions, just roughly sliced. The whole point of this dish is to do it quickly, so you don't really want to be chopping stuff finely. Roughly sliced onions, great. I've got about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, again just chopped roughly, and a nice piece of ginger, about so big to make that much sliced ginger. And so the first thing to do is fry the onions, garlic and ginger together. Got some oil in the pan, sunflower oil I'm using for this. In they go. Now, it's important to use lots of onions, garlic and ginger in this dish, because really the only spices in it are turmeric and pepper. So we want a lot of taste to come from this, and you'll get the sweetness of onion, which complements nicely the warmth that the garlic and ginger bring to it. So you've got a lot of that, and of course it's cooked chicken as well, so you're not going to get any stock or flavour out of the chicken. The chicken wants to absorb the flavour of what we're doing, so you need a lot of onions and garlic and ginger. I'm going to cook this down until it's soft. Okay, the onions, garlic and ginger are fried down nicely. Now I'm going to quickly add the spices. So we've got about a teaspoon of turmeric like that, and a sort of flat teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. I'll make it nice and spicy. Okay, I'm going to fry these around for another minute or so. Okay, the spices are frying down nicely. They've been about a minute, 2 minutes probably frying down. Next thing I'm going to do is add about a tablespoon of cider vinegar. And turmeric is quite a bitter herb, bitter spice, sorry. Tumeric is actually like a root, like ginger, but it's yellow. Tumeric is quite bitter, and that will balance nicely with the sweetness of the onions and the sourness of the vinegar, so all three together should make it very nice indeed. Now when that's fried off for a few seconds, the vinegar, I'm going to stir in a couple of tablespoons of natural yoghurt, which will add a nice richness to the dish. There you go, that's the yoghurt. And I'll just stir this around for a minute, heat it up, and then we're going to add the chicken. Now it's very important when you're doing this, after you've separated the chicken off the bone, to not keep eating the chicken, like I do, because you just end up with no chicken for the dish. That goes in. We'll coat that round for a minute. Got a sip of Mr. Peanuts, my hands are getting a bit shaky. Okay. Now, I'm going to add the potatoes. As you can see, this is all very quick. It's a quick dish, easy. Now, when you put the cooked chicken in the pan, you really don't want to be stirring it around too much, because as the chicken's already cooked, it's quite flaky, and you really don't want to break it up. So give it a gentle stir, but you don't want to be going hell for leather with it. Now the potatoes I'm cutting into cubes, about that dice, you know, about that big, so they'll cook quite quickly. I've got two smallish potatoes here. Let's get them in the pan. These ones are red potatoes, but you can use Maris Piper, red, anything. I mean, old potatoes rather than new potatoes work nicely for this, because they'll give the sauce a nice sort of floury texture. New potatoes tend not to work so well in curries, I find. Okay, stir that around for a minute, gently. Coat everything nicely in the yoghurt and the spices. Now, I'm just going to add some chicken stock. Now you can use this chicken stock cube or fresh chicken stock. Obviously fresh is better, but seeing as I've just got this chicken off the carcass, I haven't had a chance to make the fresh stock yet. You should always make fresh stock when you roast the chicken. It's really bad not to. So I've got a stock cube here. It's a good, nice organic chicken stock cube, so I don't feel too bad. I'll put that in. And what I'm going to do is put the lid on after it's come to a boil, after it's come to a simmer. I'm going to put the lid on for 10 minutes to give the potatoes a chance to cook properly, otherwise they may take ages because there's bits sticking up. And I'm going to take the lid off and let it reduce for another 15 minutes, 20 minutes, until it's the way I want it, and then serve it. Okay? So the country captain has had about 10 minutes covered to cook the potatoes, and it's probably had about 20 minutes now uncovered to thicken the sauce, and it's pretty much ready. It's how I want it. So I'm going to take it off the heat. I'm just going to garnish it with one of these lovely fresh red chilies. It's quite mild, but if you eat it fresh, you get quite a bite. So chop the chili up. Put that in the dish. I've got some nice fresh green coriander that I'm going to sprinkle in. Just give it a bit of a mix. That's ready. So there it is, folks. That's my chicken country captain, cooked with leftover roast chicken, potatoes, onion, ginger, garlic, yoghurt, turmeric, black pepper, and garnished with red chilli and fresh green coriander. Thanks for watching, see you next time.